Got it. Ms. Mulcher, we do have one continuance, Ramon Gonzalez Diaz, for tomorrow.
His last name Diaz?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Should be the fifth person on the calendar. Okay, all right, we can get started now. All right.
Negative. Oh.
Now get off the wall. Stand up with your hands behind your back. Stand up. No.
After the judge finished talking, we'll send them all into the cell. You can go to the restroom then.
All right, we good?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. This is Clayton County Magistrate Court first appearance. Today's date is October the 2nd, 2022. The time is 10:48 a.m. I am Judge Daniel Nagel. One thing to keep in mind is just please make sure that you're listening and following directions, cooperating with the deputies there, because we want this to be as smooth and as efficient as possible. And I promise you that we will work hard to get everyone's case resolved and moved on one way or another as quickly as possible. But that is going to require your cooperation. Now, some preliminary instructions and information for you. Today's hearing is an informative hearing and not an evidentiary hearing. What that means is that this is a procedure or a hearing where you are going to receive information about your charges against you. This is not going to be an opportunity for you to present any evidence in your case. So that means that you should not tell me about why you were wrongly arrested, what evidence that you believe the officers do not have, what evidence you believe you do have, what witnesses you have, or any other type of strategy as it relates to your case. Keep that between yourself and your attorney. You will get an evidentiary hearing later on down the road. But this is being broadcast live over YouTube, so the prosecutor's office, whether it's the Solicitor General's office or the DA's office, can come back and watch this video. And if you're talking about how many witnesses you have and what your defense is, guess what? They can come back and watch it and prepare for it. So do not do yourself a disservice by talking about the facts and circumstances of your case. All right. What this is going to be is I'm going to read the charges against you, tell you your bond amount on each charge if there is a bond that's going to be granted. I'm going to let you know whether the charges are a felony or a misdemeanor. I'm going to go over any special conditions of your bond. I'm going to go over with you your next court date, whether you want to have a court-appointed attorney, whether you want to hire your own attorney or represent yourself. And then I'm going to let you ask any questions that you need to ask as it relates to those things. Okay. There are going to be things that I'm not going to be able to answer for you. For example, how much is the bonding company going to charge? I don't know. So don't come up here and be that person that wants to talk to me about bonding companies. I can tell you from my experience as an attorney over the past decade in Clayton County that bonding companies are somewhere between 15 and 20%. All right. I'm not a mathematician. That's why I went to law school. So you will need to figure out that 15 to 20% on your own. Okay. Also, please do not ask me to grant a signature bond. If there's a signature bond, it will already be entered in on your file and I will let you know. But I will tell you that that occasion is so few and far between, it's very rare, because if I'm looking at your case, if there's a signature bond, it probably means there's something wrong with your case and it should probably just be dismissed. All right. If your charges are dismissed, whether one or all of them, I should tell you that the prosecuting office may come back and try to refile those charges. I may have dismissed the charge because there wasn't a victim name, there wasn't a location address, or some other detail that the officer forgot to put in your warrant, okay? Just because I dismiss it here doesn't mean it can't be brought later on down the road. If all of your charges are dismissed, you will be free to go once your paperwork is processed. That's assuming that you do not have any other holds in Clayton County, meaning you're not on probation, have a probation violation, you didn't get a failure to appear, or anything like that in Clayton County or any other jurisdiction, all right? Now, I mentioned earlier special conditions of bond. There are three most common types of special conditions. Number one is no contact. No contact is exactly what it sounds like. If I say do not have contact with someone, that means that you should pretend they don't exist in your world because they will equal jail to you, okay? The restriction is not on them. They can go around whoever they want to, including you. The restriction is on you not to go around them. That means in person or via text message, Skype, Kik, Snapchat, Instagram, whatever creative way that you think that you can have contact with these people, don't, because you're going to end up in jail again, possibly face more charges for violating a judge's order. The second type of special condition is no violent contact. No violent contact just means that you can be around that person, just don't do anything to make them think that they are going to receive some type of violence. That includes yelling, screaming, cussing, slamming doors, punching holes in the wall, and things like that, all right? Lastly, there is what's called a stay away provision from a certain location. If you were to stay away from a location, it's just like a no contact. Don't go there because you will end up back in jail. And you could face more charges for violating special conditions of your bond. And guess what a judge is not going to do? Give you a bond when you've already proven that you can't follow directions the first time, all right? If for some reason you were to stay away from a certain location, such as a residence, and you need to get items from there, we will discuss how you can do that in a lawful and legal manner. It doesn't mean you just show up there because I signed the order saying that you can go. You have to follow rules and procedures because we don't want you coming back here, and we don't want any type of situation between you and the people that you need to be away from. All right. Again, I'm going to ask if you want to hire your own attorney or if you want to have a court-appointed one. All of you should have been given an opportunity to fill out a court-appointed application form. If you didn't fill it out, then I can only assume that you want to either represent yourself or you want to hire another attorney. All right. If you change your mind and do want a court-appointed attorney, well, then guess what? I have to ask you certain questions to make sure that you qualify. And it's going to be all over YouTube and all over the internet. So if you didn't fill it out, we're going to have to go over it online. Okay. If you have any questions at the end, I will give you an opportunity to ask me any question that you would like. However, your question should be limited to what are my charges? What is my bond amount? And are there any special conditions? When is my next court date? And you should ask if you're going to get a court-appointed attorney or not. If you bond out of jail, you do not have to attend your preliminary hearing, which means that your next court date you'll get in the mail sometime later on down the road. Just make sure that your information is good with either the sheriff's department and the clerk's office so you don't get a failure to appear and get locked up. All right. Now, all of you still maintain all of your constitutional rights through the state of Georgia as well as the United States. So you have the right to not incriminate yourself. You have the right to call witnesses. You have the right to presumption of innocence. You have the right to a jury trial, and all of these other rights you carry with you. But however, remember, this is an informative hearing and those rights remain with you. So don't start giving them up here. Maintain them so you can go to your evidentiary hearing later on down the road. Now, before we begin with the individuals, I'm going to ask that everyone please do me a favor and please raise your right hand. All right. Do you swear or affirm that the statements that you shall make shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? You can say, I do. Okay. All right. So we'll start with the females first. We'll roll through them and then we'll hit the male side. All right. Please make sure you speak loudly and clearly because some of you are wearing masks and the sound may be muffled.
I guess the one over here.
All right. What's your name, ma'am?
First name, your last name.
My name is Bridget Bogan.
Okay, Miss Bogan.
All right.
All right. All right, Miss Bogan. You were charged with 1 count of obstruction or hindering a law enforcement officer, which is looks like they have that as a felony. 1 misdemeanor count of reckless conduct, 1 misdemeanor count of driving without insurance, and 1 misdemeanor count of no license. I remember. All right, so I am going to grant a bond on each of your charges, okay? So I'm going to go over them individually, and then I'm going to give you your total bond amount, okay? So on the obstruction charge, the bond is going to be $1,000, okay? On the reckless conduct, it's going to be $4,000. On the no insurance, it's going to be $1,000, and then no license is going to be $2,000. So your total bond is $8,000, okay? Now, you do have a couple of special conditions of your bond. You're not to have any contact with Meenakshi Ben Patel. That's MINAXIBEN Patel, and Kalpesh Patel, KALPESH. Okay. Now, I'm assuming you don't even know who those people are, do you?
Don't even care. They attacked me. So it's
I understand. Listen, don't say anything. I didn't ask for you to say anything, okay? You keep your defense to yourself and your lawyer, all right? This ain't the place for it. If you have a good defense, save it for later. Don't be giving it away, all right? You're just going to mess yourself up, okay? Now, if you don't know who those people are, that's good. Then it won't be a problem for you to stay away from them. That's a good thing, all right? Also, please do not go back to the Captain D's located at 11365 Terra Boulevard in Hampton. If you want Captain D's, go to Fayetteville. Don't say anything. Okay, trust me. I'm telling you for your own good. This is not. You're not gonna make an argument that's persuasive. You just listen. Okay, just listen. Trust me. It's for your own good. All right. If you want to go get some food, go somewhere else. Okay. Now, your next court date is going to be on October the 17th. Okay. Now,
I have a question.
Yeah, you're going to get a time. Just be patient. Don't talk. You're not going to do yourself any good because I've already had to tell you 3 times to stop. Okay.
My question didn't have anything pertaining to my case. It was because I'm from out of state. And so I'm asking a question because of the things that you're telling me. I need so I'm from out of state and I wanted to know.
Just listen to me. Listen. Don't talk. I'm going to give you an opportunity to ask questions, okay? I promise you, just like I said. So save your questions for when I tell you, do you have any questions, okay? I promise you I'm going to give you an opportunity, all right? But if you keep interrupting me, it's not making the process go smooth. You'll get your chance, all right? Now, your next court date is going to be on October the 17th. If you bond out of jail, you do not need to go to that court date. You'll just need to make sure that your information is correct with the clerk's office so they know where to send your court date. Pay attention to me. Don't look over there. If you do not bond out, then you'll have a preliminary hearing on October the 17th, okay? Now, you have the right to hire your own attorney, or I can appoint one for you. What would you like to do?
I would like for you to appoint me an attorney.
Okay. Now, I'm going to appoint one for you, so that is approved. Now is the opportunity for you to ask me a question if you would like to.
What percentage do I have to pay on my bond?
I went over that earlier. I said it's typically 15 to 20%. I don't control that, okay? So that's just based on my understanding as a practicing attorney over the last 10 years in Clayton County. It's somewhere between 15 and 20%.
How would my attorney contact me, and who is my attorney that will be assigned to me?
So your information on your application is going to be forwarded to the people who handle that procedure, okay? How they contact you, again, I don't know because I'm only here for your first appearance, okay? I'm not going to be the judge later on down the road, all right? How they contact you is whatever contact information that you have, especially if you're from out of state, you want to make sure that your information is good and they will be in touch with you, okay?
Am I able to get a waiver on my bond?
No,
Or no?
no,
And what is the reason for that?
because I'm not going to do it.
Okay.
Do you have any
Are
other
you done your-
questions?
No.
Okay, all right, good luck.
David.
She's coming, Your Honor.
Okay,
Yeah, she's.
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
all right, what's your name, ma'am?
Zakia Karima Daly,
All right,
aka.
all right. Miss Daly, you are charged with, let me see. You're charged with one misdemeanor count of battery, one misdemeanor count of battery against a pregnant female, one count of criminal trespass, and another count of criminal trespass. The bond is going to be $3,000 on all charges, okay? So your total bond is going to be $12,000. Now, you do have a special condition of your bond to not have any contact with Diamond Lewis and Demetrius Odom. Are you related to either of those people?
Yeah, that's my daughter was Diamond. Demetrius has been threatening.
I don't, listen, you all have to pay attention. Listen to me. Nobody paid attention at the very beginning. People were spinning around and doing all types of things. Listen to me.
I got you.
Okay. All right. What address do you live at?
I was in the process of moving, me and my son, which me and Diamond used to have, but that was my daughter, but
Do you need to go back to that Gardenwood Drive address? Do you need to go back there for any reason?
I need to get the rest of my stuff that was out of there, clothes and other type of shoes and stuff. And I asked
Okay.
the office to get, well, I left, but
Okay.
he didn't.
Okay, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna make your life very easy for you, okay? I'm going to put in your bond order that you can go back to that Gardenwood Drive address. However, you have to do it through the sheriff's department. So when you bond out of jail, you take your piece of paper to the sheriff's office and you tell them that you want them to escort you over there, and they will do so. Don't just show up on your own because you're gonna get yourself in trouble, okay? Now, your next court date is going to be on October the 18th. If you bond out, you do not need to appear for that court date, okay? If you don't, then you'll have a preliminary hearing. Now, do you want to hire your own attorney, as you have the right to do, or do you want me to appoint one for you?
Well, right now, and I can't call nobody right now, talk to nobody, so. Don't.
Okay. All right, I will do that for you. Now, do you have any questions?
Yeah, but no, sir, I don't have it right now.
Okay, all right, good luck to you.
Good luck, thank you.
Thank you.
Come on, son. You got to take it.
All right, what's your name, ma'am? I'm sorry, you said Faust, is that correct? Okay. All right, Ms. Faust. Ms. Faust, you were charged with one count of aggravated assault, which is a felony, and warrant number ending in 501. The bond is $7,500. Simple battery, family violence, warrant ending in 502. The bond is $2,500. Pointing pistol at another for whatever reason, that's a misdemeanor. Warrant ending in 503. The bond is $10,000. Criminal trespass, warrant ending in 504, the bond is 2,000. Cruelty to children in the third degree, warrant ending in 505, which is a misdemeanor, the bond is 2,000. And terroristic threats, warrant ending in 506, the bond is 10,000. So 10, 20, 30, 34,000. Okay, if I did my math correctly, 9, 10, 20, 30. Your total bond is $34,000. Okay. Now, you do have special conditions of your bond. You're not to have any contact with Miracle Faust Rogers, Jason Faust, and Tiana Conway. That means that don't try to talk to them, go meet with them, send them messages via social media or anything like that. All right. Now, the address that you're staying at, do any of the people live at your residence on Flint River?
Sir, that's my kids.
I know who it is. I understand
Jason,
who it is.
Jason's the only one that's there now.
Okay, well, wherever they are, you cannot be. So if somebody that I just mentioned to you stays there, you can't stay there, okay?
Okay.
Now, do you need to get any belongings from that residence?
Yes, if I could ask my wife to bring I'll get a hotel room or something, or go
Okay.
to my cousin.
Okay, that's fine. Well, I'm putting in your bond order. If you need to get anything from there, you can have somebody get it for you, or you can go through the sheriff's department, take the piece of paper with you and tell them that you want it, and they'll go with you to make sure that there's no issues between you and anybody else there, okay? And you can contact anybody in the world that you want to, except those 3 people. Just don't have any contact with them, okay? Your next court date is going to be on October the 17th if you do not bond out. If you do bond out, then you don't have to go to that court date, okay? Now, you have the right to hire your own attorney, or I can review your application to appoint one for you. What would you like for me to do?
I would like for you to grant me an attorney, and then I'll work towards the other stuff, sir.
Okay. All right, well, I'm going to grant that request for you, okay? Now, do you have any questions about your case?
No, you told me I can bond out, so, I thank you for that, sir.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much. Good luck to you.
You too.
All right, what's your name, ma'am?
Brittany Hunter.
All
No,
right.
but she like you. Hunter.
Kern.
Wait, are you Miss Kearney?
No, this is Hunter.
Hunter.
Mhm.
Oh, hold on, Miss Hunter. Give me just a second. Oh,
Okay.
okay. I'm sorry, I have your paperwork somewhere else. Give me just a second.
Okay.
I saw that I have you. There it is. All right, Miss Hunter, I apologize. You know what? I'm almost together. All right, Ms. Hunter, you're charged with 1 misdemeanor count of criminal trespass. That is, again, a misdemeanor, and I'm going to grant a bond of $3,000. Okay. Now, as part of condition of your bond, you're not to have any contact with Mr. Willie Glaze. Who is that to you?
My baby's father's dad.
Got it. Okay. All right. Does he stay at the same residence as you?
Yes.
Okay. Now, this incident happened on Glenwoods Drive, correct?
Right.
And then on your application, I have a address in Austell. Are you going to be staying at the Austell address?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Well then, if you need to get anything from the Glenwoods Drive address, I'm gonna put it in your bond conditions that you can go and get it, okay? Just don't go by yourself. Make sure you do it the right way through the sheriff's department, because we don't want no issues with you coming back, and we don't want no issues with any harm coming to you or anybody else at the Riverdale address. So just make sure you do it the right way. It's on here. It's got my signature on it. Okay. If you
Okay.
don't need to get anything from there, then just don't go back. Okay. Other than that, your next court date is going to be on October the 18th.
Okay.
If you bond out, you don't need to go to that court date, okay? Just make sure that your address and information is good with the clerk's office so you don't miss something later on down the road and get a failure to appear, okay? Now, you have the right to hire your own attorney, or I can appoint one for you. What would you like for me to do?
Court appointed.
Okay, let me look. Okay. All right, Ms. Hunter, I will do that for you. Do you have any questions about your case?
No,
Okay, all right, good luck to you.
thank you.
All right, what's your name? All right. All right, Mr. Clayton, you were charged with just some driving offenses here. Driving on the wrong side of the road, misdemeanor, the bond is 500. You're charged with driving under the influence. The bond is 3,000. And one count of stop sign or failure to yield violation, the bond is 500. So your total bond is 4,000, okay? Now, your next court date is going to be on October the 18th. However, if you bond out, you do not need to appear for that court date. Just make sure that your information is good so you can get notice later on down the road when you'll have court next, okay? Now, you have the right to hire your own attorney, or I can appoint one for you. What would you like for me to do?
Court appointed lawyer.
Okay. All right, I will do that. And do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, all right, well, good luck to you.
All right, thank you.
All right, what's your name?
Mia McKinley.
All right. All right, Ms. McKinley, you are here on one count of unlawful removal of a baggage at the airport.
Yes, sir.
That is a felony offense. I am going to grant a bond of $5,000. As part of your bond, do not return back to Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport, okay? Just stay away from there. We don't want any issues with you, and we don't want any issues with anybody else with you being there, okay?
Okay.
Your next court date is going to be on October the 18th. If you bond out of jail, you do not need to appear for that court date. You'll get notice later on down the road. Just make sure your address is correct with the clerk's office. Now, you have the right to hire your own attorney, or I can appoint one for you. What would you like for me to do?
Can you appoint one for me, sir?
Okay, I will do that.
And sir, with that
And-
5,000, I'm sorry, sir, with that $5,000 bond, is it that I have to pay a 14% or I have to pay mandatory percent?
Well, it's like I said earlier, it's usually the estimated range that I have is about 15 to 20%. So if you go through a bonding company, it may be a little bit lower, but I typically tell people between 15 and 20%. That's what you would have to pay through a bonding company.
Okay, thank you, sir.
All right, no problem. Good luck to you.
Is that all? Thank you, baby.
All right. Go ahead, talk about ma'am.
Hi,
All
sir.
right, what's your name?
My name is My name is Pham.
Okay, Miss Pham.
Yeah,
Okay. Miss Pham, you were charged with 3 counts of simple battery. Those are all misdemeanor charges, okay? So,
yes, sir.
okay. I am going to grant a bond in your case. It's going to be $2,000 each, okay? So your total bond is $6,000, okay?
Yeah.
Now, as part of your bond, do not interact, do not have any contact with Chantil Brown, Christina Knox, and Anthony House. You don't know who those people are, do you?
No,
Okay, good.
I,
Yeah, don't tell me anything yet. So just don't go around those people. Don't talk to them. Don't call them. Don't message them. Don't do anything. Just stay away from them, okay? If you don't know who they are, that's great. Just stay away, okay? Now, your next court date is October the 18th, but if you bond out, you do not have to appear for that court date, okay? And you have the right to hire your own attorney, or I can appoint one for you. Do you want to hire your own attorney, or do you want me to appoint one?
I want you, can you, appointment, appointment for me, please?
Yes, I will do that. I will do that for you. Do you have any questions about your case?
No, sir.
Okay, all right, good luck to you.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
By the way.
Right here. Still with him. I'll take you guys back. Next, Devin Brown.
What's your name?
Toshiba Taylor.
Okay. All right, Miss Turner, one moment. Miss Taylor, you were charged with 1 count of criminal trespass, which is a misdemeanor. The bond is $2,500. 1 misdemeanor count of terroristic threats. The bond is $2,500. 1 count of aggravated assault. The bond is $7,000. And 1 count of battery. The bond is $3,000. So your total bond is $15,000. Okay. Now, as part of a condition of your bond, you're not to have any contact with Corey, either Colsey or Corey Colzel. I don't know how. Yeah, don't have any contact with him until either your case is resolved or another judge changes this bond condition, okay? Now, are you staying at the Rock Shoals Way address, or are you staying somewhere else?
No, I'm moving.
Okay, do you need to get anything from that address?
Maybe, yes, I have a car, clothes and all that, so yeah.
Okay, well, I'm gonna put that you're allowed to go over there and get your stuff. Just make sure that you do it the right way. Don't show up saying the judge said I could come get it. Here I am. No, 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 no. Make sure you use the sheriff's department so they can be witnesses that you're on your best behavior and you're not messing with nobody and causing any trouble, okay? Your next court appearance is gonna be on, this should say October the 17th, okay? But if you bond out, you don't have to go to that court date, okay? Now, you have the right to hire your own attorney, or I can appoint one for you. What would you like for me to do?
Second option.
Appoint?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you currently employed?
No, sir.
Okay. Are you, do you have any children?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I have
How
a
many?
1-year-old. I have
Okay.
a 1-year-old, 5-year-old, and a 16-year-old.
Okay. All right. Well, then I will go ahead and do that. I will appoint an attorney for you for now. If you change your mind, you can always do that. Now, do you have any questions about your case? Okay. All right. Good luck to you.
You stay right there, ma'am. Thank you, guys.
All right. That's all the females I have.
Yes, Your Honor, that's all.
Okay. Very good. I'm going to take a 45-second break real quick while you get the male inmates over.
Yes, Your Honor. Oh, got Your Honor on Hall.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna do it We'll do him last as possible because he is severely altered in status.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. I'll be right back. All right, I'm done.
Yes, Your Honor. Getting Davis ready for you.
Okay.
Davis.
All right, sir, can you tell me your full name, please?
Rashid Davis Jefferson.
All right, Mr. Davis, you are charged with one misdemeanor count of driving while license suspended or revoked. The bond is going to be $1,500.
Yes, sir.
The other charge, theft by receiving stolen property, is a felony charge. I've reviewed that and I'm going to dismiss it. There's just not enough information in the warrant for me to continue that charge. However, I don't know if you heard me earlier. Just because I dismiss it now, that charge could be brought back later on if they have the evidence that they just forgot to put in there. Okay, so as of right now, the only charge that is going to remain is the misdemeanor. Okay, the bond is $1,500. Are you going to be able to make that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. Well, then the next court date for you, if you don't, is going to be on October the 18th. But if you bond out, you don't have to go to that court date. Okay.
It's gonna be when, sir?
October the 18th.
October the 18th. All right, cool.
That's right. Now you have the right to hire your own attorney, or I can appoint one for you. What would you like for me to do?
I would take the one that you have for me for now.
Okay. All right. Now it says here you're currently employed. Approximately how much do you make per month?
Probably less than 2,000 a little bit.
Okay. All right. So I'm just going to put less than 2,000.
I'm a student right now, sir. So.
Okay. Well, hold on. Let me see. You're 20 years old. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Where are you a student?
Atlanta Technical.
Okay. How far are you away from graduating?
Really, this is my last semester, sir.
Okay. Very good. And what kind of a degree are you going to have?
It's HVAC, heat in the air, and I'm gonna go back for power electric.
Okay. Well, very good. Well, I know, there's two routes you can go. You can go the union route through the IBEW, or you can go the non-union route and just pick up with a company. Either one are good options. It just depends on what you want to do, really. And you will always have a job as an electrician. I will tell you that.
Yep.
Electricity is never going anywhere. So I would encourage you to continue to follow that. Can we get the camera lifted up just a little bit, please? Because it's weird just looking at his chest.
I was gonna duck for you, but
no, it's okay. There we go. All right, there we go, Mr. Davis. Very good. All right. So listen, man, this is a dumb reason to be coming to jail. Make sure you get your license situated straight. All right. I know that we don't have great public transportation, but until you get your license to drive, you could be going to the grocery store, you could be going to work, something happens and you get hemmed up and now you're in jail. So get your license situation straight, man. I'm going to grant you a court-appointed attorney, all right? The biggest thing is just that felony charge may come back. I don't know if it will or not, but if it does, just make sure that you discuss that with your attorney, okay? Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, all right, good luck to you, man. Please don't come back.
All right, thank you, sir.
Mhm.
My name is Jefferson. I already know my.
All right, what's your name, sir?
Thank you, Jefferson.
All right, give me just a second, Mr. Jefferson.
Well, now.
All right, Mr. Jefferson, you were charged with 1 count of aggravated assault warrant ending in 4484, 1 count of possession of a weapon during commission of a crime warrant ending in 4485. That bond is going to be set at 5,000. 1 count of theft by taking warrant ending in 4486. That bond is 2,000. And 1 count of discharging a firearm near roadway. That bond is 5,000. On the aggravated assault charge, I'm not going to grant the bond at this time. So you do have a bond on the other charges, just not on that one particular charge. Okay. I do have special conditions that if your bond is later set, to not have any contact with Carlos Ramirez and not to return 764 Caribbean Drive in Forest Park. I will put in there that later on down the road, if a bond is set, that if you need to go there, you can go there through the sheriff's department and get any belongings that you may need. Okay.
Okay.
Your next court date is going to be on October the 17th for your preliminary hearing. At your preliminary hearing, your attorney can discuss with the DA's office any defenses you may have, and they can also negotiate either a reduction or a modification of your bond. Okay. So on the 17th, the attorney, either someone you hire or through the public defender's office, will talk to the DA's office. Okay. Now, do you want to have a court-appointed attorney or do you want to hire your own attorney?
You can appoint me one.
Okay. All right, I will do that for you. Now, do you have any questions about your case?
Okay, so are y'all telling me I can't return to a house that's mine?
I'm telling you that you can't return back to the residence on Caribbean Drive and as well as not have any contact with Carlos Ramirez. Because you were going to have the stay away provision no matter what. So even if I said don't go back to the house, as long as Carlos Ramirez is there, you wouldn't be able to go back anyway.
Okay. Okay. As far as the aggravated assault, there's no bond being set.
Not now, but on October the 17th, you'll have another judge and your attorney can discuss it with that judge in the DA's office.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Okay. All right. Good luck to you, sir.
How about you too?
Johnson.
All right. What's your name, sir?
Alma Johnson.
All right, Mr. Johnson.
Yes, sir.
All right. You were charged with 1 count. It's a felony count of criminal damage in the 2nd degree. And I don't know why. Your next court date is October the 17th, but if you bond out, you do not need to appear for that court date, okay? Now, I am going to set a bond at $1,500. As part of your bond, you're not to have any violent contact with Ivia or Ivia Hamilton, okay? So no violent contact means you can be around that person. Just don't yell, don't scream, don't lose your cool, don't punch holes in the wall, don't kick things, don't throw things, don't slam things of that nature, okay? We clear on that?
Yes, sir.
All right, very good. Because if you violate that, guess what? You end up right back where you are. And I'm sure you don't want that to happen, right? Okay, very good. Again, your next court date is going to be on October the 17th, but if you bond out, you do not have to appear for that court date. Now, do you want to hire your own attorney or do you want me to appoint one for you?
You can appoint one for me, sir.
Okay. All right, I will do that. Now, do you have any questions about your case?
No, sir.
Okay.
Well,
Uh,
I didn't understand how it was a felony, but.
What's that?
Didn't understand it was how it was a felony because the only thing that was broke was her phone, but that's.
Yeah, the difference between a misdemeanor and a felony is just the value of the item. And so you may have a defense on that. So you just need to later on down the road, just talk with your attorney and they be able to investigate that particular issue for you, okay? All right, anything else?
No, sir.
Okay, all right, good luck to you, sir.
Judge, what was his bond amount?
1,500.
Thank
All right, sir, what's your name?
You want low?
Okay. Mr. Lowe, you were charged with one count of obstruction. Bond is going to be $2,000. One misdemeanor count of shoplifting, the bond is going to be $2,000. And one count of battery, simple battery, the bond is $1,000. The obstruction charge is the way that it's written, it's a felony. Okay. So the next court date for you is going to be on October the 17th. If you do not bond out, if you do bond out, you don't need to appear for that court date. Okay. You have the right to hire your own attorney, or I can appoint one for you. What would you like for me to do? Okay. I will do that. All right. Do you have, oh, give me just a second. As a special condition of your bond is to not go back to the Terra package store. Okay. So if you need to get anything, do not go back to 8525 Terra Boulevard. All right.
Could I ask a question?
You may ask the question.
I have another county to go to, so with those bonds, they don't get paid by 17th. I was trying to see, can I go and get that stuff now?
So I'm not 100% on the logistics of how it would work, right? My understanding is if you paid the bond on these charges, if the other county wants you, they'll put a hold on you and then Clayton County will transport you over there. Maybe they don't put a hold on you and you just go handle it yourself. I'm not 100% sure, but I know the only way for you to get transported over there is if there's a hold. So you need to discuss that with possibly the sheriff's office to see if there's a hold on you. And then you can make a better decision on whether you want to bond out here or go there and do it, then come back here and figure all that out. Okay.
Am I eligible for a 61?
You literally just told me you have charges in another county. Why in the world would I do that?
Oh.
And I made an announcement at the very beginning. I'm not doing signature bonds on this calendar. There wasn't anybody that would qualify in my opinion. So no. All right. Any other questions?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. Good luck to you. All right. What's your name, sir?
Harry Osborne.
All right. Mr. Osborne, you are charged with one count of being in possession of an illegal substance as an inmate. The bond is going to be $15,000. You don't have any other special conditions of your bond. It is a felony, so your next court date is October the 17th. I don't know what your current situation is with the Clayton County Jail. So I don't know if you posting bond would make a difference or not. But your next court date is going to be on October the 17th. Now you have a right to hire an attorney, or I can appoint one for you. What would you like for me to do? Okay. All right. I will do that. Do you have any questions about your case?
Just, I don't understand how they could charge me for that when I've been sanctioned on it inside the prison.
I see. Well, that's a good question, sir. I would suggest that you discuss that with your attorney and see if they can make some persuasive arguments with the DA's office. Okay.
So,
Okay. All right. Anything else?
yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Good luck to you, sir. All right. What's your name, sir?
Kiani Palm.
All right. Oh. Mr. Palm, you are here on a misdemeanor theft of services charge. Again, that is a misdemeanor. The bond is going to be set at $2,000. Okay. Now you do have a special condition of your bond to not return back to 7955 Terra Boulevard in Jonesboro, which is the establishment Sugar Bush or Club Sugar Bush, whatever it's called now. But just don't go back to that particular establishment. Okay. Your next court date is going to be October the 18th, but if you bond out, you don't need to appear for that court date. Okay.
You said it. So has my bond, I think my bond has already been paid.
Okay, perfect. Good. Then they may have just been waiting on my signature because it did come to me with a bond issued to it already. But sometimes that happens if they don't process you out quick enough, you get brought over before me. So I've got my signature on it. They may just be working on your paperwork. So just hang tight. Don't get in any trouble and you'll be good to go in a little bit. Okay.
Okay, so this, if the bond hasn't been paid, I have to pay the percentage of the $2,000, or am I eligible for any other type of bond?
So the way that it works is if you go through a bonding company, like I said earlier, it's usually 15 to 20%, maybe a little bit higher, maybe a little bit lower, but those are the numbers that I like to give people just to kind of set expectations. Or you can pay the sheriff's department directly the full amount. There may be some fees and expenses associated with it, but those are the two ways that you can bond out. And if you don't have any charges anywhere else, once you pay it, it'll start the process for you to be let go. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Very good. Now, do you want to hire your own attorney or do you want me to, well, are you going to hire your own attorney?
No, I don't, honestly, I don't think the situation is really, it's kind of like more of like a misunderstanding kind of situation.
Okay.
State police showed up.
Well, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing.
So the court-appointed attorney would be fine. I think that'll be okay.
I got you. Here's the thing. I can't grant you one because you fall outside the range of a court-appointed attorney. Okay. So
okay.
What I will say is this: when you go to court on these charges, maybe you want to speak to the solicitor, or maybe your financial circumstances have changed and you want to speak with a court-appointed attorney, and the judge there may be able to make some things happen for you. Okay.
Okay.
Mr. Palm, this is a silly reason for you to be here. I'm sure you understand that, but listen, just sometimes misunderstandings happen and there are severe consequences behind those misunderstandings, but you seem, you're a grown up, just try not to have any more misunderstandings like this in the future. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Do you have any other questions, Mr. Palm?
No. How can I find out if the bond has been paid?
The sheriff's office will let you know.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Anything else?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. Good luck to you, sir. Don't come back.
Well, thanks.
Mr. Robinson.
All right. What's your name, sir?
Excuse me?
What's your name?
Donald Robinson.
Okay, Mr. Robinson, you were charged with one misdemeanor count of battery. Okay, the bond is being set at $4,000. A special condition of your bond is to not have any contact with Michelle Spence. Okay.
Correct.
Does Michelle Spence live at the Riverwalk Trail address with you?
She's visiting from Miami and she was moving here.
Okay.
That's why.
Well, if she doesn't live there, then you can go back. But as long as she's there, you don't go there, okay? Does that make sense?
She don't live there. Her name
That's
is on
fine.
the lease.
Okay, that's fine. Well, what I'm telling you is wherever she is, you don't
Right.
be. Got it. So
Correct.
if she's not there, you don't have to tell me about it. I don't care. But if she is there for your own good, you don't go there. Okay. Now, your next court date is going to be on October the 18th. Okay. If you bond out of jail, you do not need to appear for that court date. All right.
Okay.
Now you have the
Was
right. You have the right to hire your own attorney, or I can appoint one for you. What would you like for me to do?
Like one.
Okay.
Do I qualify for signature bonds?
No, hey, you're not getting nobody.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'm sorry. Was my bond paid yet?
I'm sorry.
Check with the officer back on the floor.
Okay.
All he just gives me a
Okay,
charge.
I got you. Thank
Okay. All right. Do you have any other questions?
you. Okay.
Okay. All right. Good luck to you, sir.
Yeah.
All right. What's your name, sir? Okay. Mr. Thomas, you are charged with one misdemeanor count of battery and one felony count of false imprisonment. On the misdemeanor battery charge, the bond is $5,000. On the false imprisonment charge, the bond is $7,000. So the total bond is $12,000. Okay. Now, a special condition of your bond is to not have any contact with Terrion Thomas. Who was that to you?
My fiance.
Okay, well, until your case is resolved or another judge changes this, just don't have any contact with her, okay? All right. Now, do you need to get any items from the, well, does she stay at the Shore Shown Pass address
No.
with you? Okay. All right, very good. Well, just make sure, you know, the restriction is on you, not on her. So if she shows up there, you need to figure out a way to not have any contact with her, okay? All right. Your next court date is going to be on October the 17th, but if you bond out, you don't have to appear for that court date, okay? Now, do you want to hire your own attorney or do you want me to appoint one for you?
Please, thank you.
Okay. All right, Mr. Thomas, I will do that for you. Do you have any questions about your case?
Well, at the beginning, I was trying to figure out how did I get charged with it. And I was a victim, but apparently I don't know. I guess I guess I'll just wait to hear myself out on court date.
There you go. That's a smart man. Keep it between you, God, and your lawyer. All right. Anything else?
Yes, sir.
All right. Good luck to you.
Your Honor, we're getting Mr. Hall now.
All right. What about okay, Vielma? He's a Spanish interpreter. Oh, he's out to bond. Okay. All right, Miss Mary. Well, Mr. Vielma is out to bond.
I thank you.
Also, it looks like Mr. Romero Hernandez is out to bond as well.
Fine too.
All right. Are you Mr. Hall?
Yeah, Mr. Hall.
All right, Mr. Hall, you are charged with one count of burglary, which is a felony, and one count of criminal damage in the second degree, which is a felony. On the burglary charge, your bond is $15,000, and on the criminal damage, it's $5,000.
Hey,
So your
Oh,
total bond is $20,000. And you have a special condition of your bond not to go back to 6931 Powers Street. Okay, so there's no reason for you to go over there, so don't go over there. Your next court date is going to be on October the 18th for your preliminary hearing. You have the right to hire your own attorney, or I can appoint one for you. Do you want to hire your own attorney, or do you want me to appoint one?
Point one.
Okay, are you currently employed?
I was investigating that house.
Hey, are you employed?
It's a child pornography.
Are you employed?
Yeah, I'm employed. I work for the CIA.
All right, I got you. All right, well, I am going to appoint an attorney for you. So they'll be in contact with you about your next court date. And I'm going to write that you agreed on Zoom for an appointed attorney. All right. So you got that?
Wait till he finishes.
I was investigating that house, dude.
Wait till he finishes.
I did not rob
Hey,
anything.
hush.
Wait till he
Hey,
finishes.
Mr. Hall. Mr. Hall, listen to me, okay?
Attack somebody who was a serial killer. There was a serial killer there. I was about to attack that place or whatever. That's why I did that.
Any
Because
other
there was a
thing
child
else, Ron?
pornography place there.
And
I
He's
thought
good.
a child pornography.
He's good to go.
Okay,
Hey, look, I
How's it
found,
going, y'all?
I didn't rob anything, dude. I'm innocent, dude. There's a dead body there, dude, that I thought was on the CIA. There's a dead body there.
All right, that's everyone that I have.
Yes, Your Honor, that's all of them, Your Honor.
All right, Miss Mary, we good?
We're good, Judge.
Okay, all right, thank you all.
You're welcome, Your Honor. Have a good day.
Oh, Miss
Okay.
Mary, what's the bond date on these on this group?
17, 18, 19, 20, 21, October 21st.
Okay, perfect. I'll put that on the CAAs. All right,
Okay.
thank you. Have a good weekend.
You too.
All righty, bye-bye.